There's a strange thing about money. The people who end up with the most of it usually didn't get there because they won the lottery, picked the perfect stock, or caught one lucky break. More often than not, they got there through habits. Small, repeatable decisions made so consistently that they stopped feeling like decisions at all. Today, we're counting down 10 financial habits that quietly separate the people who build wealth from the people who spend their lives chasing it. Let's get into it. Number 10, automate before you can talk yourself out of it. Willpower is a terrible long-term savings strategy. It's strong on payday and surprisingly weak 3 weeks later when another sale email lands in your inbox. People who consistently build wealth aren't necessarily more disciplined. They've simply removed the decision. The moment their paycheck arrives, money automatically moves into savings and investments before it ever reaches the account they use for daily spending. They live on what's left. It sounds almost too simple to matter, but simple systems beat good intentions every single time. A system doesn't have emotions, it doesn't get tempted, it just keeps working. Number 9, track your net worth, not your income. Income tells you how much money passes through your hands. Net worth tells you how much you're actually keeping. There are plenty of people earning 6 figures who are still one bad quarter away from financial stress because every raise was matched by a bigger lifestyle, a nicer apartment, a newer car, more expensive vacations. People building lasting wealth focus on a different number. Once every month, they total everything they own, subtract everything they owe, and track whether that number is growing. It's uncomfortable at first. Eventually, it becomes the only financial number that really matters. Number 8, learn what you're paying in fees before you learn what you're earning in returns. A 1% investment fee doesn't sound like much, but over 30 years on a growing portfolio, it can quietly cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most investors know exactly what return they earned last year. Very few know what they paid to earn it. Expense ratios, advisory fees, trading costs, account fees. None of these arrive as one dramatic bill. Instead, they quietly reduce the money that could have been compounding for decades. Checking your fees once a year may be one of the least exciting financial habits. It's also one of the most profitable. Number 7, buy time back before you buy things. There's a version of wealth that has nothing to do with your bank balance. It's the freedom to spend a Tuesday afternoon however you want. Every unnecessary expense doesn't just cost money, it costs future choices. Before buying something, most people ask one question: can I afford this? A better question is, what will this cost me in freedom? That expensive gadget, that luxury car, that payment plan. There are often claims on hours you haven't worked yet. Once you start measuring purchases in time instead of dollars, many of them suddenly become much less attractive. Number 6, insure the things that would actually ruin you. People usually make one of 2 mistakes with insurance. They either insure everything out of fear, or almost nothing, because they assume nothing bad will happen. The smarter approach sits right in the middle. Protect yourself against financial disasters you couldn't recover from. Health insurance, disability insurance, liability coverage, life insurance if other people depend on your income. Those are designed to protect decades of financial progress. An extended warranty on a kitchen appliance? Probably not. The goal isn't to insure everything. It's to make sure one terrible year doesn't erase 15 good ones. Number 5, ask for the raise, the discount, and the better terms every time. Most people negotiate only a handful of times in their entire lives. Wealth builders negotiate constantly. Salary, freelance rates, medical bills, service contracts, subscription renewals, even the occasional late fee. This isn't about being difficult. It's about recognizing that many prices have flexibility built into them. You'll never know unless you ask. The cost of asking is a few seconds of discomfort. The cost of never asking compounds over an entire career. Number 4, separate want spending from identity spending. Some purchases genuinely improve your life. Others are really about sending a message. Sometimes you're buying the product. Sometimes you're buying what the product says about you. The meal nobody photographs can be just as enjoyable as the one everyone posts online. Healthy financial habits don't require avoiding identity purchases altogether. They require recognizing them. Spend intentionally, not automatically. Number 3, treat your skills like a portfolio. Most people invest in stocks. Very few consistently invest in the thing producing their income, themselves. Your knowledge, your certifications, your network, your reputation. These are assets too. And just like financial investments, they either appreciate or depreciate over time. Make it a habit that every year you add something valuable. Learn a new skill. Earn a certification. Take on a challenging project. Build relationships with people who make you better. Careers don't stay still. If you stop growing, you're usually falling behind. Number 2, let boring investments stay boring. The investments that quietly build the most wealth rarely make exciting headlines. They're diversified, low cost, consistent, and largely ignored. That's exactly why they work. The biggest fortunes often weren't built by finding the next hot stock. They were built by staying invested long enough for compounding to do its job. Excitement is great for entertainment. It's usually terrible for investing. Number 1, define what enough looks like in writing. Without a definition of enough, there's no finish line. There's always another promotion, another upgrade, another number to chase. The people who seem financially calm often know exactly what they're working toward. Sit down and write one honest answer. What does enough actually look like for me? Not for social media, not for impressing strangers, for you. Once that number exists on paper, financial decisions become much simpler. Because you're no longer chasing infinity. You're building a life you've already defined. Those are 10 financial habits that rarely make headlines, but quietly build lasting wealth. None of them promise overnight success. None of them are flashy. But together, practiced consistently over years, they can completely change your financial future. So here's my question for you. Which one of these habits are you going to start this week? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.